25-8, excuse me, a year ago, making it the second round of the NCAA tournament.
Both teams are wearing their practice jerseys. That's about it, because the environment is absolutely outstanding.
Dayton and Xavier taking hope pretty much all of last season. Played 7 minutes before that first game, and Zed Key, he was on the other end of it. He was playing for Ohio State in this exhibition game. And Zach Fremantle, he'll give the swing. This is a talented young player, all freshman, Big East, 3-ball. It's the transfer from Indiana State last season. Santos, he can knock it down from distance, but comes up empty on that trip. Here's another one of those 3-ball makers, and Foster driving it to the 10 and scoring it.
Marcus NCAA tournament last year is going to be a huge part of this offense.
Enoch Cheeks, and on the putback, it's Malachi downtown.
Malachi's freshman year was same year as Deron Holmes. He was all freshman A10 that season.
7-4, just underway. It's the Musketeers by 3. Foster, stop, pop, book it.
He's such a
man. They're going to bring a double team. Swinging around, McKnight, triple try. Fremantle able to pick up the loose change. Malachi Smith, great find. Nate Santos, yes.
Good time.
Cheeks, one of 3 starters back for Anthony Grant's group. Malachi working on Fremantle, and he's going to be
turns into one of the better guards in all the A10.
We're going to see another player.
Another one of those guys that played in the NCAA tournament. The price tag, you can tell, letting one fly from 3 is maybe deeper than last year's team. A lot of depth, can play 11 guys.
McKnight on the baseline.
You have a player of Deron Holmes' capability. Sometimes you get caught up in running your entire offense, as Santos, another layup in the basket. And it was such an effective way to play, because you could play through your 5-man on the offensive end of the floor. But even early in this one, the ball movement, the player movement has been outstanding for Dayton when they did struggle. He had a great season, the best assist to turnover ratios in all the Big East. So, you know, handling some of that adversity.
Here with the Xavier Musketeers. Here's Musa gonna pull the trigger. Missed it. Rebound comes to Latong, and he's got a dunk.
I know, Alex, you're high on him, as you see. Tough finish.
Dante Maddox Jr. looking to convert the and-1. And Xavier's
at Cal State Fullerton, played in the NCAA tournament. Helps with the depth in the backcourt of this Xavier team.
Javon Bennett, scoop, and
both of these teams, especially Xavier, to play in an environment like this on the road on October 20th is only going to pay dividends down the road.
Hunter, tough shot.
Team is primed to finish higher than that.
Latong on the deflection. Musa, 2-hand jam.
He's long, can shoot it from behind the arc. Big time finish on the break.
Swain missed it, but was fouled. He'll be at the free throw line.
Media throwing a pandemic. Everything that you have to go through is
the loss of his daughter Jada, and something special. Hunter gonna let it go, and Simon, that
obviously Coach Miller, outstanding job here in his first tenure. Then Chris Mack took over, went up to 8 out of 9 NCAA.
Last year, his numbers in the Big East, 3rd in assists, 1st in steals. And here is a new member of the Big East. 7 to shoot here for Foster. Former Furman standout. Hughley just sort of ran out of time there. Up. Picks up the deflection and the steal. 3-ball, corner, Conwell. That's what he does.
Indiana State could have said they should have been in the NCAA tournament. Somebody always seems to get snubbed every single year. Is Malachi with the tough left to the NIT. His head coach decides to go over to St. Louis, and he transfers to this Xavier program. He's going to do big things in the Big East.
Boy, that Cheeks trying to blow by Foster. Throws out Santos. 3. Yes.
Big time play by Cheeks.
Foster getting a screen, but Smith staying with him. Not for long. Foster scoring off.
No foul outs in the exhibition game.
Javon Bennett trying to turn the corner. He was tripped. 5.5 minutes left in our first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk with Brandon Sejo. As there you see Jerome Hunter. Bennett. Boy, that Xavier defense suffocating, but Enoch Cheeks hustling back. Trey Green. Boy, kind of shocking that we haven't talked much about Zero in black.
He doesn't have too many missed NCAA tournaments on his resume. Outstanding job this season as they get more depth and more talent in that backcourt.
And there have been a lot of guards at Xavier who've rocked that number. He's trying to be the latest, and it's, oh man.
Attacking that pressure to score, and that's exactly what they did there.
Oh, good crossover. And Green able to get by Connor, and he'll be back self with the Los Angeles Lakers. Green last year, a 94% coming into this game, and he's been able to get to the foul line, and that's kind of the difference right now as Swain misses, got it right back, and he's able to score.
3-point shooting. I mean, it didn't seem like he missed at shoot-around. Only shot 30% from last season, but with Malachi being back and Posh coming in.
Attacking, and he's going to draw the defense. And Posh Alexander, 78% free throw shooter a year ago. Dayton's pressure just not there, and alley-oop. Foster Swain. Last time he was on this floor, it was for the state tournament. 3-ball. Maddox Jr. from downtown. Bennett. Dayton just cannot get one to go, and Isaac Jack's going to be. Meanwhile, the Flyers 0 for their last 4, 1 for their last 8 as Fremantle so well, and unfortunately an injury. This is here. Bennett, triple try. Put back. Musa. Dayton's going to get another chance, but right now Flyers just cannot find. Fremantle took it away. Well, this is October 20 basketball. McKnight able to benefit from.
But both teams are competing. I mean, even on that possession, you turn the basketball over. You see Malachi Smith, the big-time find, and the one more to Sousa.
3 attempts from the field. Fremantle going to step out, and he is top to bottom, just a baller.
Pass there, getting in the lane for Bennett. It's more important to get guys reps and try to figure out that rotation as Enoch Cheeks.
Exhibition game of, discussing injuries where you lost one of your best players in an exhibition. Fremantle on a putback.
We can't let our first opponent see what we're running on offense. We can't let our first opponent figure out what we're doing on defense. As
from the field, 5 for 5, 11 points. Bennett will let one go, and Dayton a couple of. Zedke one-on-one with Fremantle. A lot of experience in that paint. Yeah,
see out of Malachi. You go back to his freshman year. That was my last year at U.
An ankle injury and an extensive surgery. That first game of the season, he goes down just 7 minutes in. Foster, another 3.
It's a hustle play. Xavier attacking that press to score. Big time play by Swain.
Now Smith will step into a triple. Tip. Zedke. Swain, he got a unique opportunity this summer. It is a tough shot. A miss there by Conwell, but Fremantle on the cleanup.
Jason Tatum.
Santos inside. They're going to Key, and he's able to deliver. Foster, 3-year starter at Furman. Swain, fadeaway. No rebound. Who to touch last? Enoch Cheeks said no. Bennett, pull up. It's good. Back to Fremantle. Bennett on the cover. Davion didn't give up on the play. Hughley, Fremantle, score.
Tell you, Coach, that's what you want to see. The execution on October 20th as the big fella pick and pops on the wing and for his development. Because when you look at the Flyers' schedule, there's some big-time teams coming into this building. We know they're going to the Maui.
And off the mark, here comes Malachi Smith. Letong playing well. He is 4 for 5 from the field. He's got 9.
Where the protection is on the pick and roll and making the right play.
Got a whistle, Alexander. Called on the foul. 15-point game.
Hards, but I know we're still a few weeks away from the opener. See another 3 going up off the underneath out of bounds play. Little rip screen.
Caster. Communications major at Toledo. Here we got a foul and a whistle. And you highlight the experience, but Posh Alexander's not used to coming off the bench. In his entire career, his Simon shot is blocked, and we got a whistle and a foul.
There when the game's on the line.
Santos looking to work his way to the cup. He was fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Defense-wise, he'll be one of the better front court players in the Atlantic 10, which obviously this Flyers team has the depth to make another in the league. St. Louis reloaded. They brought Robbie Avila with them as Trey Green drills it from behind the 3-point line.
21 from distance. Here's Ed Key's working again inside. Posh Alexander's going to throw it to him. Fremantle.
And of his caliber, you see so many teams want to play 5 out, want to play
1-1, able to get the bonus and knocks in both. Shot a career and throwing on that UD jersey. And I mean, it makes sense. You look at some of the guys in that position. Step back from Maddox. That is pretty. Holmes, Dumani Kamara, Obi Toppin, Musa, 3. Green probing. Fremantle, why not? Boy, it's raining triples right now.
Malachi Smith to get himself back out here on the floor just shows the level of character as Santos off a little rip screen dives to the basket. It's going to get himself vital in that run to the Sweet 16. So I know they were pretty.
Meanwhile, for the Flyers, NCAA, both these teams really efficient on offense. As Dayton has made 6 of their last 8. Xavier 4.
They're making the ball hit the paint before they take those 3s.
Cheeks now official and winning a game in the NCAA tournament against Nevada, being bounced by. And well, we know about his defense, but his offense. Here he is on defense, and it's leading to offense. Missing on the 3. It was a good look by Foster. Connor the run out. Santos the finish. No. Zed Key.
The NBA players they had, from Udonis Haslem to Matt Bonner.
He was able to do this last year, and it seems like each and every year. McKnight will be at the stripe as he's able to knock it in. Injury-filled season, but McKnight, he might have been the best of the bunch.
He started here back at his alma mater, and I've been really impressed watching this Xavier team today, just their activity on defense. I know they pick up a foul.
Five Musketeers in double figures. McKnight erased the bucket as an offensive.
Not often you see a guy that big hit the ground.
Here he is stepping out. Back rim. We got a whistle is going.
Shot fake, shoot it from the perimeter. You just mentioned it. Alex, we haven't seen a zone from either team today. Both teams predominantly.
Santos handoff. Pick and pop with Letong. Penetration and kick. Santos knocks in the leading scorer for Dayton with 13. Fremantle, top scorer for Xavier. He tries to lob in. Finds Hunter, and he's able to score it. Xavier working it around. Hunter going to drive. And and one. Players on the roster that have scored at least 23 points in a basket. Some really high volume scorers. Maddox, the same thing. As he whips it in the corner to Swain. Let it go and knock in a three. 22-point lead for X. Dante Maddox Jr. Nice dump off. Hughley. And John Hughley, the fourth. His runner-up, Mr. Basketball in the at Oklahoma. And now with the Xavier Musketeers, Posh Alexander able to connect with Latong.
Saturday, November 16th, and then head down to the Fort Myers tip-off Chili Crosstown Shootout.
Oh my.
Cincinnati
Flyers with 5 left. Can they work their way back into this basketball game? Musa, floater, no.
Made mention of it earlier. You sometimes worry about that. You know, you're adding in so many new faces. You have really talented players. It's Dayton with a big defensive.
You can take away some positives.
Well, I think they have the flexibility to play 3 essential point guards out on the floor. Didn't see them play a ton of right plays in ball screens. It's great to see, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the Atlantic 10.
Swain going down Broadway. Full figures. Smith had it deflected, got it back, put it in. Malachi Smith. If one person can be impacted, that are impacted, and it could be someone sitting on the couch.
We are, and this is where we have to improve and get better. And you know, for the Flyers, we talked a little bit about the lack of three-point shooting in the first half. Side of that pressure, and how do we tighten that up to make sure that does? Once or twice he hasn't got to that 20-win mark, so he's definitely going to find
next Saturday. Before that, November. Swain able to make this a 20-point game.
But again, what an experience for both teams, and for a great cause like we've continued to talk about and speak.
Foster and one. He's a transfer from Boise State. Sort of interesting that his last game was on this. Was a walk-on, earned a scholarship. He's in. Wearing the number 45, Isaac Jack. Similar story to Colbert. Came in as a walk-on, earned a scholarship, out today with a right leg injury.
St. Louis and what they have, and how they'll be up top. St. Joe's, Eric Reynolds. He decided to come back to St. Joe's and finish off his career they were able to do last season.
Jack knocks in the free throw. This game is all about.
Takes a toll, you know, on the people you're closest with at times, because you don't get to spend nearly as much time, you know, as you want to. And
Alex Schuler with the handle. Green the rip. 98-74 looks to be the final. But the meaning of this game, so much more, and the focus completely on mental health.
Environment out there like this for this cause is a credit to Coach Grant, and it's a credit to Sean Miller too for wanting to be